you feel you are something special, you are attended, you are cared, you also told the right word, you are cared. Care is what we call love. If somebody gives his attention to you, you say he loves you. If you give your attention to somebody, you say you love him. That's all. Giving attention or having attention is what is love. When you give your attention, you say you love him. When you receive attention from somebody, you say he loves you. Am I right? Any question? May has not understood.
Well, a lot of times you hear people say, I care for you, but I don't love you. Yeah, especially in Americans.
Caring and not loving, I don't think there can be caring without love. And I don't think there is a difference between these two. That's all. But I say general love. Totally, love means it's a caring.
Does expectations also matter? Does expectations, with or without expectations?
Without expectation it cannot happen. Without expectation only enlightened man can love. I tell you. No, it's the truth.
Right,
So never think that our love is without expectation or something like that.
The depth of expectation. Probably the depth of expectation.
No, even that, you see, only two things, expectation or no expectation. That's all. And when a person becomes a love, when his whole being becomes love, only then he can give loving, he can give love without any expectation. Otherwise it is not possible. So, let us not bother about expectation or not. That is the basic thing, with expectation only. Whether we give or receive, that is the love. Let us understand basically what is love. Then step by step we will go. Yes, something. Love for a place. How do you say you want to be there? Then you don't have love. See, the very love, you imagine that about the place continuously. How can you say I love the place, I don't want to be there? It is simply your feeling to want to be there only is the love for the place. You see, if you love some place, naturally you want to be there. You would like to stay there. That is the love. Otherwise, how will you say that you are loving that place? When you remember, you feel like you are pulled, you are called. That is what is love. Even place, the love for a place is nothing but with expectation. So you understand first, I think Jayashree can take the notes later on. How many of this type of courses you attended earlier? Not even one. First course. That is why you are not experienced. How many of you have attended any other courses like this? Please, you can raise your hands. And how many of you have taken notes at the time? Raise the hands. And how many of you went back to the house and started seeing once more?
I didn't.
You are on exemption. Last time also you are the only exemption who raised the hand. Nobody else. 90%. You say 99, I suspect you. I don't believe you. Even if you say that I go and revise it, I don't believe.
She does. She tells me.
Maybe rarely.
Thank you.
I think she has no other work. I have not seen a single person who takes the notes and goes back to the house and sees it back. No. Most of the time, when we go back to the house, we just put that in some cupboard. When you shift your house, you just come upon that notebook and say, oh, that Swami from Bangalore came. Yes, that course notebook. With respect, put it in the dustbin. So, don't go for notes. Understand. If you take notes, instead of understanding now, you will postpone the understanding. You will think, I'll go and study in the house. So instead of that, at least understand, you will have notes in your heart. And once you understand, you don't need to remember it. The idea will remember you. People ask me, Swamiji, should we practice all these teachings in the house? I tell them, no. Don't practice. If you have to remember and practice, then what you have understood? If you really understand, you don't need to practice. You don't need to remember them. The teachings will remember you. They will just come up whenever it is necessary. I always tell people, try to forget everything. If it is really worth in your life, you will not be able to forget. Do you forget your name? No. You don't forget your basic details or basic things about your life. Same way, if it is a basic need, if understanding is a basic thing, you will not be able to forget. If you don't understand, only then you need to remember. Once this becomes an understanding, you don't need to remember it. The understanding will remember you. I again and again tell the people, if you really understood, if you really grasp what I say, if you really interact, that is more than enough. Whenever you take something, swallow something without understanding, only then you need to again and again remember. You understand what I say now? Just, if you understand, that is more than enough. You don't need to remember the teachings. Teachings will remember you. Heart. Whenever you are given care, you say, you are loved. Whenever you give your attention, you say, you are loving. Heart center, the Anahata Chakra, is related to this attention only. Whenever I say there is a heart center, there is an Anahata Chakra, people immediately ask me, Swamiji, I underwent bypass surgery, will it be there as it is? Whether you underwent bypass surgery or open heart surgery, the Anahata Chakra will be there as it is. Don't bother about it. It will be there as it is. It is not physical, it is more metaphysical. It is more spiritual. The key for the Anahata Chakra is whenever you give your attention, the energy center opens. Whenever you ask for the attention of the others, this gets locked. We may say, when are we asking? All your fight in the house is nothing but the asking of attention from others. Everything. Let us look a little deep into the mechanisms of Anahata Chakra. Actually, you feel pampered when you are attended. You feel you are recognized when you are attended. Have you seen the kids? They will be playing in the house. They will throw something here, there. They will just put few steps forward. And then they will wait and see your face. Whether you recognize it or not. They will just look at your face. If you recognize, if you say okay, they will go ahead. If you just gaze at them, if you show a different face to them, immediately they will sit silently. They will keep quiet.
Not all children, Swami.
Of course, some they start crying and weeping or anyhow, they just sit or they just wait for your attention, for your recognition. Same way, you also continuously wait for others' recognition. Whenever you do something, you immediately wait for the others' certificate. Even if they don't affect your day-to-day life, even if they are not directly related to your day-to-day life, you wait for others' certificate. People come and tell me, no, Swamiji, I just do everything as a service. I never expect anything. If you don't expect anything, you will not even expect the good opinion of the others. But what all of us do? End of the day, we just wait for what? Certificate. Good wife, good husband, good son. If you are not given certificate, sometimes you demand also. Most of the time, we demand. Understand a little deeply. Every action, if you scan your life, every step you can see you are expecting certificate. You are expecting certificate from somebody. From the very young age, you are conditioned to live with good certificates. You are conditioned to aspire for good certificates. The West I saw, even many houses I saw, they put that good wife, good husband, good parents. The actual certificate itself is given. Kids give for parents, husbands give for wives, and wives give for husbands. The certificate itself is given. The certificate from the other, the opinion from the other becomes a driving force for us to live. Most of the time, if somebody doesn't give you a certificate or recognition, if nobody recognizes you, you feel lonely. You feel lonely. We are continuously afraid of loneliness. Loneliness is more or less like a poison for us. Your ego is alive only when the others exist. You are a good person only in front of so many persons, so many people. If nobody is there, if nobody recognizes you, if you are alone, your ego feels hurt because it is not getting pampered. It's not getting boosted. It is just there. Your ego slowly withers away. If you stay alone in your room, there is nobody to praise you. You cannot feel you are a good person. Only with so many others, you can feel you are a good person. Alone, can you feel you are a good person? No, there is no comparison. Your ego doesn't have a base to say you are a good person. Your ego does not have any support. Only in the relationship, ego flourishes. Whether good or bad, it flourishes only in the relationship. In aloneness, ego never flourishes. That is why aloneness is very killing. We are always afraid of aloneness. Aloneness means we feel frightened. We continuously work only for certificates, only for the other signature. Our life is nothing but a long signature campaign. We have a big notebook. In that we have written, good husband, please sign. Good wife, please sign. Good son, please sign. Our life is nothing but a long signature campaign. You just expect signature from everyone. Playing with the playing cards, they will build big castles with the just playing cards. With playing cards, they will build castles. Have you seen? But kids are intelligent. They build their castles with their own cards. What do you do? We build our personality with other certificates. Just as the kids build their castles with playing cards, we build our personalities with others' certificates. If somebody says, you are obedient, we collect that idea. From the young age, we collected all the ideas of the society. Whatever others have said about us. If somebody says you are a good person, we collect that idea. If somebody says you are a very intelligent, we collect that idea. If somebody says you are smart, we collect. If somebody says you are dark, we collect. If somebody says you are beautiful, we get that idea. If somebody says you are not Beautiful. We collect every idea and totality of that idea, the plus minus, everything we put together. We come to an opinion about ourselves from the others' ideas. If we receive 10 opinions from 10 persons, we put together everything and create an idea about ourselves from these 10 opinions. Be very clear, because you do not know about yourself, you are not centered on you, you understand about you from others' opinion. There is a small research done by Chicago University, beautiful research. One day morning, early morning, young man is going to his office. When he came out of his house, the man who was standing just in front of his house asked him, "You look so tired. Why are you going to the office? Why don't you rest?" He said, No, I'm quite okay. I'm all right. He went to the bus stop. In bus stop, there was one more person. One of his friends asked, "You look so tired. Why don't you go and rest? Why should you want to go to office? Why do you want to go to office?" This man said, No, I'm all right. In the bus again, one more his friend, other friend said, "This is totally arranged." Actually, they arranged. One more person asked, "Hey, your face shows you are tired. Why don't you go and rest? Why do you go for a job?" Again he said, No, I'm all right. He went to the office. In the office, ground floor itself, somebody said, receptionist. She said, "Why don't you have a leave and rest? Why don't you get your leave and rest? You look so tired." As soon as he went inside the office, boss called and told, You could have had your leave. You feel so sick. By seeing you, I can understand. You are tired. Are you sick? Why don't you go and rest?" The man really started thinking. And not only he started thinking, he applied for leave and went to the house, went and is rested. That day evening, he had a temperature. Not only temperature, really is sick. When many people continuously tell you something, you immediately start believing. Not once or twice, 15 times they did this experiment. All the 15 times, all the 15% fell sick. All the 15% fell sick. They just arranged some 10 people here there casually to tell, "It seems you are not feeling well." The test proves how much others' opinions play on our mind. How much you live based on others' opinions. It's just like the castle built by other certificates. As the kids build their playing cards castle, you build your personality with the others' opinion, with the other certificates. How long you can have other certificate? Tell me. As long as you dance according to their tune, you will have. They will let their certificate to be with you. How long you can dance according to everyone's tune? Imagine. One side, your husband is playing Kathakali music. You go there and do few Kathakali steps. On the other side, daughter is playing pop music. You jump there and do few steps of pop. And back side, your son is doing Bharatanatyam music. Then you do few Bharatanatyam steps. This side, somebody else is doing rock music. You jump there and do few rock steps. This side to that side to this side, this corner to that corner, here, there. If you continuously run around, what will be your dance? It will be nothing but mess. That is what now we are doing. Everybody has got their own tune. How long you can run, you can dance for everybody's tune. If you know 6-7 type of dances At least you may manage. Even then I don't think you will be able to manage. Because you need to change the tune. How long you can manage? If you dance according to everybody's tune, then they will let their certificate to be with you. If you don't dance according to everyone's tune, what will happen? They will take away their certificate. If somebody takes away their certificate, what happens to your personality? That's what I call depression. Continuously it happens. It's like you are a centipede. Centipede means you understand with 100 legs. You have 100 legs. Only if all the 100 persons say something good about you, if all the 100 say some nice things about you, you feel comfortable. You can walk. If someone takes away their leg, what will happen to you? You just tumble down, collapse. I tell you, this is a homework which you need to do. Make a list of the people who can depress you. No, really. Now this will give you the new understanding in your life. See, most of the time, we do not even know our problem. That is the problem. Once you know your problem, 90% of things gets dissolved. Once the problem is brought to the consciousness, you will see that it disappears. Find out who all can depress you, for whose opinions you wait. How many persons' opinions you give weight for them? How many persons' opinions you give respect? Who all can depress you? Make a list who all can depress you. Be very clear, you are slave of all of them. That's all. Understand very clearly. Just by one word they can put you into depression. You are slave of them. You see, psychological slavery is the worst thing any man can have. You are actually psychologically handicapped. Without them all, you cannot move your life. That is what it means. Make a list who all can depress you. Have it in your bedroom itself, so that every day you remember, I am slave of all these persons. At least let you be aware. As of now, what is there in your life? Same thing. Let you be aware that you are slave of all of them. Once your being is aware that you are slave of them all, naturally you will come out of it. I tell you, very naturally you will come out of it. The being is such, your nature is freedom. It will never allow you to be slave of somebody. It will never let you be slave of somebody. So the very understanding, just make this list. You may think, oh, this all looks impractical. What type of solution this Swami is giving? But once you make this list and continuously see, at least for 10 days, every day when you see, you will automatically turn your maturity, or your mind will turn towards the maturity. You will never invest your energy on so many persons. Now you do not even know on how many persons you have invested your energy. It's like a bank. You have 100% energy, but you invested all your energy on so many persons. Only 10% you have, 10% of the energy you have. That is why you always feel low. You expect their attention to just boost you. You expect their pampering to bring you up. You always feel without them you cannot move.
Unfortunately, when somebody removes their attention, the tendency is to work harder to get it back.
No. Then again you are working in the line of slavery. I tell you, by making this list, you will integrate yourself. And one more thing, you will be able to give love to others only if you are integrated. Till your integration, whatever you give is not love. It is just bargain. You give your attention, I'll give my attention. It's a contract, business. And like a begging bowl. My begging bowl hits your begging bowl it's my begging bowl. Both of them are standing in front of each other with a big begging bowl. All sound which you hear in your house is nothing but the clashes of these two begging bowls. He is asking for your attention, she is asking for his attention. Both are asking for others' attention and nobody is able to give. Once you understand you are slave of so many persons, you will understand you have invested your energy on all of them. Then you will be able to integrate. You may ask, then Swamiji, should we not live an adjusted life? I tell you, adjustment is different, compromising is different. Most of the time, you compromise, but you claim yourself as I am living a very adjusted life. Adjustment has nothing to do with compromise. What is adjustment? What is compromise? Let me explain. Compromise means you are not having your center. You are just having your center on so many persons. You are like a centipede. So you cannot do anything. You have to compromise. You are dependent on others. Your energy is dependent on others. Only by others' opinion you are alive. This is a compromise. Our present state. Adjustment means you totally integrate your energy in your being. You are never bothered or depressed by anybody's opinion. Even then you bend and give your attention to others. Even then you listen others' opinion. Even if you are not disturbed, you are ready to listen to others' opinion. That is what is adjustment. But in our being, 99% of us are wounds. We have a wound in our being. That is why we always compromise. We are never integrated. Understand, if you are integrated, you will adjust. Otherwise, whatever you do is compromising. Never live a compromised life. It is psychological slavery. Psychological slavery is much worse than physical slavery. And I tell you, only when you are integrated, only when you have energy on yourself, only when you are centered on yourself, you can really love others. You can really give your attention to others. Only then you can really adjust and live happily. Till that time, till the moment of centering yourself into the heart, whatever you do will be only a business. That is why always we say, almost all love marriage, I can say 99.9% love marriage, they feel the other has cheated you. Before marriage, he was one way, and after marriage, he is the other way. Be very clear, nobody has cheated you. It is we who cheated ourselves. It is we who cheated ourselves. We always think that this is going to be this way and that is going to be that way. And we ask for continuous attention. Finally we say, we have not got it. He has cheated us. Nobody has cheated you. It is you who has cheated. Because how much you can be dependent on others. Each one has got their own dependency on others. As long as you are dependent on others, be very clear, you are not going to feel satisfied. You are not going to center yourself. There is a beautiful technique from Tibetan Buddhism to center your heart, to center your energy. Already we practiced this meditation one day in New York. Now, this is the first technique, first level technique, a preliminary technique to center your energy. Then step by step, we will go into the next energy centers and work. Now, let us enter into the first level technique to center your heart, to center your energy. before entering into the meditation, I want to spend a few minutes. Do you have any question about what we spoke now, what we discussed? I don't think every one of you understood everything, because I myself have not understood totally. Yes.
My question is, there are moments when we feel love without having an expectation. How is that different, or is it different?
The moments of meditation, you see, the moments of a deep spiritual level, the moments of meditation, if it has happened to your life, only then you will be able to feel the moments of love without any expectation. Till then, even if your mind says that I am not expecting anything, there will be something in the background, search. Then you will be able to find out. Only when you have the taste of pure love by meditation, only by meditation you can have the taste of pure love.